You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 26, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. How you like that new fucking intro, huh? Yeah. Fucking, that was, I didn't put it in the, what's it called there? The description, because I wanted it to be a surprise. But that is done by White Whisker Music, and, fucking what a killer ass joint that was, man. I'm super fucking happy with that, and I appreciate you for doing that, man. Thank you so much. So jumping right into it, I actually have someone here sitting with me right now, the Orange Man, the cat, not the other Orange Man. Don't worry, I know what you were thinking. How did you pull that one off? This is what we call our orange cat. He's an Orange Man, or I call him Pizza. But I call him Pizza because I call him Pito. Hey, Pito. Oh, there he's all. He's pissed. He's going to want to leave. Watch, he's going to start yelling. Now I'm going to have to let him out. You want to get out? You want to get out? Hold on, everyone. 2 seconds. So, where was I? Well, today has been quite the fucking day. Starting out, I had a wake, funeral, a memorial to go to for a person that I grew up with, like my whole formative years. His brother, his older brother, who I also grew up with, but not close like the other guy and I were. His son died. He was in his mid-20s, and it was some kind of fucked up illness that came on all of a sudden. Healthy dude, super happy kid, and I hadn't seen his son in many years, 10 or more, and before that, before the last time I saw him, probably 10 years ago, he was just a baby. He was not a baby, but he was a baby too. But I saw him, every day until he was 4 or 5 or 6. And he just had this little chubby face and curly hair. He was just a good kid. A little happy little baby. And I remember he had lots of nieces and nephews, like fucking more than a lot of people have. But little Mikey was always like out of bounds. Like no one could fuck with him. Because his dad was like regulating, we would fuck with all the other nieces and nephews and fucking bust their chops. But little Mikey was off limits, and going there today was sad. And I saw a lot of people. Well, I saw a few people that I hadn't seen in a really long time, and it was nice to see them. And it was. I didn't think I was going to be as sad and upset as I was. And anytime unfortunately I've been to quite a few children's funerals, children, teenagers, all that kind of shit. My other buddy Mike, his daughter was, I think, 2 or 3, and she got murdered by her mother's new boyfriend. He shook her to death and fucking slammed her on the ground and killed her. And that was aside from my sister, my baby sister that died when she was born. This was like the youngest funeral that I have ever been to. So I've been to all kinds of fucking, a lot of people well, these days, I mean, everyone's got someone that died from that shit. So I think a lot of people have been to their friends' funerals for that shit. You know what I'm talking about. But, you know, a lot of people are like grandparents or uncle or, God forbid, your parents or something like that. And children and young people are always fucked up. And I think my first funeral was, if I'm remembering as well as I think I am, I think my first funeral was my little sister, my baby sister. I think she'd be about 30 now, right around there. And that's why I don't like when you go to check out and they're like, oh, you want to round up your change or whatever. I always ask, is it for the March of Dimes? And I've been told, but at the other times, yes. And I say, nah, never mind, because I don't fuck with the March of Dimes. So if you're out there, don't throw a handful of dimes and don't give no money to March of Dimes. Fuck them cocksuckers, because they denied my mother to help when my sister was born, because her lungs were premature and she needed, I can't remember what it was that she needed, and they denied her for however that works. I was really young. I don't really recall what it was, but they said no. It was a denial for assistance, for help, and she died. But anyway, so we did that today. And anytime I'm at something like that, it fucking hurts more. And you could tell, like, the people, you know, it always hurts when someone dies, but for some reason, man, it's just so much worse when it's a kid, and you know, he wasn't even really a kid. You know, he's in his 20s, but it was like he was a kid, because, you know, the last handful of times I saw him, he was a baby, he was a toddler, he was a teenager, you know, and it was fucked up. So that was a little bit fucked up. And shit, I remember I went to a teenage funeral. My ex stepsister's boyfriend died in a car accident by himself, and that was the first open casket kid that I saw, like, that I went to, and that was just so fucking bad. Oh, that was so bad. That was fucking rough, man. It was real rough. That one. I didn't like going to that. And you know, Dubs went with me. Twan went with me to that. You know, he's actually been to a bunch of fucking funerals. I think he was there after I left today too. Twan he's come to a lot of things with me, and I don't know if it just panned out that way, but he was at a bunch of fucked up different things that but he definitely went with me and was there. And like I brought him with me when AJ died, when my best friend died, and Dubs was there. Dubs was my best friend too. He you know, I don't think you could put a number on best friends, because once you get to a certain age, it's like the people that are fucking there with you still, those are your best friends, you know. And so I don't think there's like a one, because I think I talk to you guys all equally, which is hardly never. So but W used to come with me to all kinds of fucked up shit. I don't know if I ever thanked him for coming to all these fucked up things with me, and fucking being there with a bunch of people he didn't know while everyone cried, and he was just there with me. And then, you know, it made me, all those things make me think a lot about, you know, fucking mortality, and I know a lot of people say, like, I'm ready, you know, whatever. Yo, I am fucking not. You know what I mean? I mean, if you fucking die, you die. Hopefully you don't know. hopefully you're not aware of it. But I'm not fucking trying to die, you know? And that's the kind of shit that makes me think twice a lot about having fucking little issues out in public with people and shit, because motherfuckers are crazy these days. And the last thing I'm trying to do is die over some fuck shit, because people are fucking insane, or fucking kill somebody for that matter. over some dumb shit. So I fucking try my best to keep to my fucking self. But man, ugh. I've seen all kinds of fucking people, like funerals. We all go to funerals and shit. I seen a dead body in a fucking canal floating once. I was on fucking Easter Sunday. I don't know if I told y'all about that. And it was like on some fucking Stand By Me shit. Like, I don't even remember how we were all outside. And this was like within 10, 15 years. It wasn't that long ago. Damn, man, I'm mad old when I say 10, 15 years wasn't that long ago. I'm 36 for anyone that doesn't know. And I remember it was at my uncle's house, and all my cousins, and we were all standing outside, and I don't know if someone else was walking down the street and was like, yo, they're pulling the body out of the canal, and we were all like, it was like Stand By Me. We were like, let's fucking go. So on Easter Sunday, we're all walking down the street, going to the fucking canal path, and sure enough, man, that shit is, man, I know some of you guys are like EMS people and shit and fucking whatever, and you've seen some fuck shit, but so you know what I'm talking about. But a fucking body that's been floating for a while is fucking gross looking. That shit is fucked up. Let me tell you what, the motherfucker was all like when I say white, it's not like white like a cracker like me. It was like white, like paint white. You know what I mean? He wasn't fucking Caucasian white. I don't even know if he was a fucking white person. I don't even know. But that fucking skin, man, that shit was like... You know how when you've been in the bath or in the swimming pool for too long and your fucking fingers and shit, they wrinkle all up and turn that white color? That was the whole fucking body. That shit was fucked up. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. And then a kid in the car, that was fucked up. And then I seen that guy when we came out of the YMCA one day. Now, I don't see, dude, now that we're getting so many episodes in, I forgot what the fuck I told you guys about. But fucking me and Jay came out of the YMCA. I was 10. I think I was 10 or 11. I had to be 10 because I think he was 11. We came out of YMCA on Driving Park, Lake and Driving Park. And the whole block was shut down. There was like no cars, and that's a busy fucking, it's a busy intersection that it's on, real busy, and just the road that it's on is fucking mad busy. And we were like, where the fuck's all the traffic at? We're like looking around and shit. We're walking towards the bridge because there's all this activity of people on the side, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? See all these like fucking EMS and fire and people like looking over the edge. Like nobody stopped us or anything, so they had fire trucks on each end of the bridge blocking the traffic. I don't even really know why. And we're like walking down and we see all these people looking over, so there we go, fucking look over, and there's a dude fucking down splattered on the fucking rocks. But it wasn't like, when I say splattered, that's just for dramatic effect. It looked like if he just like laid down and went to sleep kind of thing. But we asked the fucking, what happened, to the fucking fireman. And he said, guy committed suicide. And we were just like looking at him and shit. And I could still see that. Like right now, I close my eyes, I can still see he's had a flannel shirt and jeans on. There's a white dude, and he was just, it looked like he just laid, like his arms out. I shouldn't say he just laid, because he was like, like his arms and legs were in fucking not the way you would lay, but it looks like someone placed him, like if you just like placed somebody there. It was fucked up. But I remember then I was like, oh shit, all right, let's get the fuck, we gotta go back to here and we got shit to do. And only years later did it, I don't want to say it bothered me, that one never really bothered me. I can still see it, I still remember it, it's with me, but it never really bothered me. None of those actually really bothered. The kid in the car that my mom sat with, that fucking bothered me. That was troublesome. Just because watching my mom and fucking, it was just, it was fucked up. That was like more fucked up than the other ones. It felt more personal, That was, and I think that was probably, trying to think. Oh no, we seen a guy just last year who got hit by a car. He was dead. I forgot about that. We pulled up and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? We pulled up right before anyone even got there. There was just people standing around, and I'm pulling by. Almost fucking, all I seen was his foot, and someone threw like a fucking jacket over his head. I forgot about that. That was just like last year. But we didn't see nothing. He had a jacket over his head with his feet and shit. Or his legs were all wrapped up in the fucking ways they don't go. That was fucked up. But you know what's fucked up is all these death things. I seen a car that got shot up with dead people in it, but I couldn't really see them. And then I seen a guy who had committed suicide on Otis Street. He threw his fish tank out the window. What happened was we were coming down Otis, and the guy threw his fish tank out the window. And my mom does all the animal rescue, right? So the fish tank smashes in the fucking middle of the street, and the fish are flopping and shit. And I like started panicking as a little kid. I was like, oh shit, I better go get my fucking mom. And I went back to the house. Me and I think it was Jay. We went back to the house. I'm not sure though. And I got my mom, and I was like, the fish are flopping in the fucking street. We gotta go down and go get the fish. So she starts coming down, and then the dude he had cut his wrist, and I don't know if he was like trying to climb out of the window or what the fuck he was doing, but he was like hanging fucking. When I say he's hanging halfway out the window, I know you get like the picture of like waist length hanging out. But he was like kind of slumped in the window, and the window was shattered with the glass, like the big shards. So it was like he was all fucking hung up on that, and blood was just leaking down the whole side of the fucking house from the second floor. That was bugged out. He was fucking dead, but that didn't. I was upset about them fish, man. I was like, fuck, they killed his fucking fish. Fucking bitch. That bothered me that he killed the fish, and that I didn't try to save him because I would have just picked him up. But I went and tried to get my mom and tried to get her to save him because she was the animal lady. But we didn't get the fish, and the guy died too. So that was a little fucked up. Damn, man, now that I'm saying all these things all at once, it's like, that's a lot of shit. But so where I was going with that is all this fucking weirdo shit. Dude, them fucking pictures on the internet, that shit fucking bothers me. That's this type of shit, dude, that I can't. And like, if you ever talk to Erica about me and the way I obsess over weird shit, dude, if somehow or another it comes up some picture or something, like I can't look away. But it makes me sick, and I fucking get fucking bothered, and I think about it, and I'm like, I can't look away. So I don't like that kind of shit. And I never watched the videos of the executions and all that shit. Like I seen the band from TV shit, like 1, 2, and 3 back in the day on VHS tape and shit. And I remember watching those as a kid, going, "Holy fuck!" That's fucking. There was some rough shit on there, but I also, as an adult, we actually carded Jay, fucking weirdo, fucking carded this site. And that's all it did was show all these dead fucking mangled people and crime scene photos and shit. And he carded the site. And I'm like, someone must have got that bill and was like, what the fuck? And I remember I was like, oh no, I'm not looking at this. Hell no. And I remember going in the other room, and he like called everybody in, all the same people I seen today. And they all like gathered around his fucking computer. And I remember him like reading off the names of the files, and even that was just like making me sick, and they were talking about it, and I was like, ugh. So even after all that in-person death and fucking and violence that and fucking terrible things that I've inflicted on a couple people, that shit bothers me, man. And it gives me, I think about all this shit, all these things I go to, and I constantly worry about losing people. Like, if you know me, and I've ever told you I fucking worry about you, or I worry, or I say shit, I'm not lying to you. Like, I fucking worry about how you're doing. Like, if you if you never told me nothing and had me thinking fucking weird, and I always worry about everyone's well-being. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get locked up or get hurt. But if you tell me like, yeah, I fucking was at work the other day, and this is a new job I started, I almost fucking got killed because this happened and shit, Like, there will be times during the day that I will be thinking about it. Or if you tell me, like, how fucked up you are in the game and how this is fucked up and that's fucked up, or your health is fucked up, or your this is fucked up, I will fucking think about that, and I will worry about you. And I know that doesn't do nothing. It's some, shit that's out of my control. But just so you know, if you've ever confided in me about stuff, I think about you and I worry about you, and I worry about how you're doing. And even if you're just depressed and you've confided in me and told me you're having a bad fucking time, it could be a month from now. If you told me you were struggling with a massive addiction, I'll be thinking about you like, I hope you're not dead, because that would be sad, And I talk to so many people sometimes that I have trouble checking in with people, because this Devastator thing is it's a blessing and a curse, because I know so many people, and I only know some people by their Instagram name, or I only know some people by a name on their order when it comes through, or their address, or whatever. I've gotten to know people, or I know you in person, and it gets difficult to keep everybody in tune. That's why I think I post a lot, and when I post a lot, or I post and I type these big captions and shit, it's like me putting out like a beacon, like, this is what I'm doing, or this is what I'm saying, or I'm checking in with everybody. Things are good, things are coming out. I don't know if you notice or not, but I like to give news updates about when packages are going out, in case you're worried about where your fucking package is, or when it's coming out, or when whatever. And I try to post stories and shit, even if you just see me like post music when I'm driving down the road, if there's a song I like, or if it's fucking super dark out and it's looking real sketched out and shit, or if I'm in the hood, or if I'm doing something, I post videos and shit. And it might seem like, oh, he's fucking doing whatever, but mainly that's just me letting you know that, I'm alive and well. I'm getting from point A to point B. We're trying to knock it out. So that's I don't really even know how the fuck I end up getting here, but I know it was a rough day, man. And then from that, okay. So we do that, right? I know my son come home. He's 11. He's a fucking man. That boy is something else. I love him to fucking death. I fucking do. But he is been a pain in the ass lately. So then I come home and he fucking jumped over the neighbor's fence. Now, we've only been here a couple months, right? And we got neighbors on each side. And he like jumped over the fence, and the guy told him, yo, don't jump on the fucking fence. Go around. If your ball gets over there, it's basketball. So I got to apologize to that guy. All week I've been apologizing at the fucking school because he got in a fight. I got video, all this shit, man. You guys are fucking crazy out there with that video these days. I wish I had some of my shit. Nah, never mind. No, I don't. But it would have been funny to see, though. No, it's not. Some of it wouldn't have been. So we go out to dinner with my mom and Stevie. They came, and my mom went to the funeral with us today, and then Stevie came here, and we met and went out to dinner, and then they left together. Don't we go to the store? We leave him here with his sister. Then we come back. They broke the other neighbor on the other side's fence. They broke the top bar off, took it, threw it in the other neighbor's yard, the one where the basketball was. Now this dude is like, what the fuck, man? You broke my fence. It connects to my whole fucking gate in my whole yard. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I go to take his shit away, which doesn't happen often. And he hides all of it. Now it's all hidden. Then I find his stack of the fucking Devastator business cards, all this weird shit, man. I don't know if this move is just bothering him or what, but it's tough. And I understand, man. I know what it's like. Believe me. I know what it's like. I did that shit. I did the move when I was 14 or 15 or whenever the fuck I was, 15. It sucks. I know moving sucks, especially moving far away. Moving far away from where you're from, what you've known your whole life. I know what that's like. I've been there. I was there. I fucking hated everything. I did. And then Then my friend died, and then I got into drugs and alcohol even more. So I understand. It's just been a fucking hell of a day, man. Not a bad day, just like just another thing. And then they told me I gotta get that fridge done by the end of this week coming up here. So come out and draw on the fridge. Big world, yeah, And I told you I'd have more shit to talk about, and I fucking failed you. I let you down. And I ended up talking about this macabre fucking death. I hate going to shit like that. I can't say that I hate it. I hate the way it makes me feel. I got several holes, as we all do, in our heart that are unfillable, and that we're all stuck with. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. It's not a good feeling. But hey, as we are, what can any of us do? Well, that's all I got for now. Oh, yo, shout out to whoever won that motherfucking hoodie. Yo, real shit. Y'all were fucking ill on that. Yo, if you think... I got a couple shirts left that I tried to do the Instagram auctions and the people stiffed me. So I got a couple shirts that are one left of each. I can't even tell you what size they're, that are never coming out again. If I should throw those on there too, so everyone can just get an actual, real, honest to goodness, fair whack at the shit. Let me know, because the Instagram auctions, man, they work 50% of the time, and that's just a pain in the fucking dick. For me, in the sense that now, if let's just say you won the Instagram auction and then you fucking ghost on that shit, now I either got to do it again or fucking, it's just a pain in the balls. It's the same thing with like meetups and shit. Like that's why I don't do meetups anymore unless we know each other. Unless I met you at a show or a fucking thing where I was set up, or met you through somebody else. I don't do meetups because I thought I was gonna have to fucking kill that one kid the one day. And so it's just not. So my point is one fucking person ruins it for everybody. And that's just like giving extra shit in order. Like I used to do that a lot. I don't know. Did I talk about this before? If this feels familiar. But I rarely do that anymore. Because I had a dude like fucking upset that I gave him extra shit. And he's like, "You don't understand. This isn't what I ordered." And I'm like, "You didn't get fucking charged for a dog? Like this is all the rest of it accurate? Oh, okay. So I gave you an extra fucking tip and an extra cap and you're fucking bitching at me?" Well, you just fucked that up for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I used to do a lot of extras and shit. I wish I could just give it all away. Shout out Stickerfied, man. I don't know, he'll probably never listen to this or hear this, but he is such a fucking gem of a person too, man. He's such a fucking gem. Boss from Machine Studio is a fucking gem. Pep is a fucking gem. MKA is a gem. Yeah. So I gotta write this down, yeah. All you guys, man. Max, he's the fucking man. You guys are the real dope. I fuck with you. And I do this because people tell me that they heard what I was talking about. Oh, so another thing, real quick. I went and I was like, yo, I'm about to order a CD burner, right? Or a CD drive. And I'm thinking, well, I thought I was going to. I was like, if it's like $60, I ain't doing it because I'm fucking tapped. And this is probably a couple weeks ago. And this is how long I've been out of the fucking tech scene. So I Google fucking, external CD drive. That's all I wanted. I just want a CD drive. It's like, yo, external burner. Be here tomorrow. $20. I was like, what? I was like, yo. So I got that shit, right? Excuse me. Oh, that was gross. I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm not going to go and edit that out either. Goddamn sparkling water fucking me up. The external CD drive. And when I went to my mom's today to pick her up. And my whole plan has been to get, and no one gives a fuck about this really. I don't think anyone fucking cares. But all my old songs, everything before the Antitrust mixtape was on this $10 mic that I found today too. This old ass $10 PC mic. We wrapped a fucking microfiber cloth around it, and that's where I made like 150 songs. Was from this thing, and I should put that shit in epoxy and make it like a paperweight or something. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, and so now I got the files, and I understand recording software better than I did then, and I'm thinking that maybe I might go through and see if I can clean up some shit and that like make it a little more listenable. Cause then nobody even really, like, fucking 5 people went and listened to the joint that I released that I re-uploaded about my alcohol problem and shit. And if anyone didn't know, the song is alcohol talking to me. And it was real special to me, especially because I was in the midst of my fucking massive alcohol addiction at the time. So it was like, I wrote that song drunk. I recorded it drunk. I listened to it drunk. And now listening to it sober, it was that much more impactful because I knew at the time I could see that there was an issue, and it's fucking pretty clear in that song. And all of it is, I'll never tell you that you're ugly or that I don't have time. I'll never tell you not to write or say that you can't rhyme. It was like alcohol sweet talking me. Never tell you that I'm any better than you. You feel better with me and even better with 2. Bet you felt better when you knew that I was always there. Tell your problems to me, you know I will always care. I will always be there. I'm just a trip to the store and you'll feel better again after a trip to get more. And don't trip, just tip 4 ice cold ones and explain. Raise a glass to your friend and thank him for the rain. I can too feel your pain. We've been through the 30 packs. Look back, I've been there through the past 30 tracks. That shit meant a lot to me. Music used to mean a lot to me. Writing as a craft meant a lot to me. I could never fucking do it these days, man. These dudes be saying some fucking shit. I can't fucking do that shit. Anyway, I was about to sign off, but now I am. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. Drive safe. Be safe. Smoke safe. Do all that shit. Be good. Be good out there to your fellow fucking man. Unless they got it coming.